There goes Teresa. She's just dropped me off here at the trailhead. This is the Boy Scout trail. It's going to go hit the Appalachian Trail about 1.7 miles from Dragon's Tooth. So let me get my pack ready here. We are still at the trailhead, and I'm going to, after my long drive, I'm going to go check out this privy. It looks pretty nice. And then we'll hit the trail. Oh yes, very nice. All right, that was a nice restroom. So I got a late start today, but the plan is to hike up to Dragon's Tooth and then head over to McAfee's Knob and then Tinker Cliffs, which is the Virginia Triple Crown. And I'm gonna have to backtrack southbound on the AT to get to Dragon's Tooth, but then turn back, cover that ground again, and then so it's 1.7 to the Appalachian Trail, 0.2 to the Boy Scout Trail, and that's some technical stuff that's required, some climbing to get up to Dragon's Tooth. And then I'd like to get to Tinker's Cliff by tonight and camp just past there. So the Virginia Triple Crown is Dragon's Tooth, McAfee Knob, and Tinker's Cliff, and I'd like to do all of that in one day. So we'll see. I got a late start. It's now about 10:25 a.m. It happens to be Wednesday, June 27th, and you know, it's going to take me every bit of daylight to get done what I need to do. It's sunny out right now, and it's in the 70s, low 70s. It feels great. It's supposed to get hotter, but it's also supposed to rain. And at least there's a chance of it. So that may potentially get to be bothersome too. Not very fun, but we'll see. So I'll get back with you in a minute, but that's my plan. Got a shuttle from my car so that I don't have to do a circuit hike. I can hike right to my car tomorrow, which should be at it's at Daleville, which should not be a difficult hike out from Tinker's Cliff. All right, back at you in a minute. Not even very far in, and we've got great campsites here by a brook. It's just beautiful. It feels great out here right now. Gorgeous day. All right, catch up at the AT junction. It's about 1.7 miles. We just came across that brook and head up 1.5 to the junction with the Appalachian Trail, Dragon's Tooth. Oh, fantastic deer. I think we're crossing that same brook, same stream, and we're heading up. I think the gap we're heading towards, where it meets the AT, is called Spyglass Gap. All right, we're at Lost Spectacles Gap. That was a tough climb coming up. I don't think it's gonna get any easier. So that's the AT north. This is the AT south. We've got 0.7 miles to Dragon's Tooth. I think it's gonna be some tough climbing. Here's a nice campsite. I'm gonna grab a energy jacket here. I got I just passed a group of probably 10 backpackers coming up there. They say they're heading up the Dragon's Tooth. Where are these energy bars? Huh. Here we go. So these are Gatorade shoes. I'm gonna try these. On this trip I'm going stoveless. I'm going stoveless on this trip, so we're gonna give that a try. I probably got way too much food, but I've tried some food from Bigfoot's stoveless resupply video, and that's all done at Walmart, and I will put a link to that video in the description. But let me turn this around here. But you can see how hot and sweaty I am, and out of shape probably. But like I said, it's now 10:58. Got up here at about 10:56, and I'm gonna drink some water, try these Gatorade Energy chews, and then we'll head on up Dragon's Tooth. All right, see ya. All right, I'm gonna use caution, and probably soon put the trekking poles in my pack. And I'll get back at you when there's something to see. All right. Been a lot of rocks to scramble up, and I think it just gets worse. So it's not going to be an easy 0.7. That is for sure. And these rocks are still wet, a little bit slippery, so here's another where we just face a rock steps going up. But it's a fun climb. Fun and tiring. I will have earned a little rest. Alright, back in a little bit. Okay, was this your idea or my idea? Some pretty neat views. You can see mountaintops are obscured by clouds right now. And you get to here, it's not exactly clear where the trail is, and if I haven't seen many videos of this before, I wouldn't have a clue where to go, but I know it's up here. If you look right there, you can see a white blaze right there on the rocks, so it's not down there. You come from here and you got to climb up there, so that's where we're going. I think there's some ladders up there. I haven't filmed any of the other technical stuff. It's not been that big of a deal. It's like boulder scrambles, sort of, with a lot of steps, stone stairs. But this is gonna be fun for an old guy, so I'm gonna give it a shot and be right back. That actually turned out to be easier than some other parts that I've already done, so we'll keep walking on. These rocks are also pretty dry. Some puddles, but how about that? Not a bad reward. Not bad at all. Cliff climb. And then there's even some rebar or metal ladder stuck in. I'm not sure that's necessary right there, but there it is. Put the poles in my pack to free up for this. So now I got my hands free and I'm drenched in sweat, and just had some water, some beef jerky. I'll get some energy and we'll keep going. All right, another great view past a day hiker who told me I was here. Thank God. So the Appalachian Trail southbound goes that way. There's a 0.1 spur trail to Dragon's Tooth, so let's go see it. That's what we came to see. I told him that if my car was down at the Dragon's Tooth parking area, I might consider walking back there, throwing my pack in it, and doing what he's doing. He's driving over to McAfee Knob, and then he's gonna hike up McAfee, but he's not gonna camp. I might do the same thing and then go on to leave and sleep in a bed tonight, but this will be fun. So we're on a Blue Blaze spur trail to the tooth, and that climb was no joke. I'm not looking forward to going down it, but I think it will be less cardiovascular. It was definitely tough on the legs, but there was a lot of, I was doing a lot of breathing cardiovascular wise, and I think heading down it, probably going to be some leg like I'm feeling right now, but it won't be the cardio, which is good. I am drenched, and I think water is going to be very important today. I just gulped down a bunch, and I've got 2 liters on me, plus the ability to carry another liter or so. I could carry 3. There's going to be some spots where there's no water, and there's at least one stream I know of that we can't use because it goes through cow pasture. We'll see that later, but there are going to be some places where there's limited options, and I think it's before where I want to camp, but God knows if I'll really make it there. It's, by the way, it's 11:38, so it's been about an hour since I started out. To get up to Dragon's Tooth, that's a long time to get up to this place, which is essentially about, I don't know, almost 3 miles from the parking area. Maybe a little less than 3. Haven't added it all up in my head. 1.7 plus 0.7 plus 0.1. That last 0.7 was, oh man, most of that was very difficult. Oh my God, I can't believe that I'm actually here and seeing this. Wow. Wow. So there's the tooth, obviously. I'm not climbing up it. I already decided that before I came. I will not be climbing these because I'm too old and I could get injured. Plus, there doesn't seem to be anyone else up here, so you don't want to get hurt when no one's around. Oh, wow. It's just fantastic. This is pretty much a similar view to the one we saw down below that same house, but wow. It's just fantastic. Alright, I'm going to explore around here just a little bit and then get back with you if there's anything else to see.
Of course, that's exciting and not exciting because Dragon Tooth's a bunch of damn rocks. So I'm sure Dragon Tooth isn't a couple of rocks sticking out in the middle of a nice soft pine needle bed. I'm sure it's surrounded by many other rocks. But whatever. So Dragon's Tooth.
It's actually not too bad.
And Audie Murphy's.
There are some pine needles, and you know, you could set up a tent right here and be pretty comfortable. I don't know if you're allowed to camp here, but I know ER was always talking about he didn't like this. He didn't like this particular attraction on the AT, so he and I traded some messages about that. But anyway, let's see. I'm gonna try to eat lunch when I get down the mountain again, maybe back at that gap, but I need to get moving. So I didn't stay very long here. It's 11:51. Just enjoyed the view and walked around a little bit, but I didn't climb the rocks. I just don't want to get hurt. My knees have been doing okay. They've been bothering me running. Once I get running, they're okay. And I did end up going to the doctor and finding out that I have arthritis in both knees. It's worse in my right. But, you know, I'm not feeling it at all. On this trip, I'm not taking anything. But I've got ibuprofen if I need it. Maybe I'll take some tonight. But, yeah, they're doing okay. So, alright, let's climb up out of here and climb down. Okay, 12:20. It's been exactly 20 minutes since I left Dragon's Tooth, and I'm back to Lost Spectacles Gap. I keep thinking of Austin Powers, and it said spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. My kids love that, especially going through their Catholic training. All right, so I'm gonna pull out my hiking poles, have some water, and then keep heading on down. And maybe I'm planning to eat lunch about 1 or thereabouts, wherever maybe a good stopping place is around that time. So I'm not really hungry right now, but I'm just gonna try to keep hydrated for the time being. All right, I had a little climb out of Lost Spectacles Gap, and then I'm coming down and I'm hit with this, which I guess I'll start to call a rock ladder. It's like you got to turn around and go down backwards like a ladder. Just came down there, and it's been pretty easy walking though. Otherwise, coming down, the soil's very sandy. A lot of pine needles around. I was on those rocks, bottom of my feet started to cramp. Man, they feel really good on this. It's just like a cushion. I feel like I'm walking on a gym mat right now. Anyway, we'll keep going. Some more cool rock, little rocky ridges we're hiking along. Very cool. We're coming down. Look how it's cleared up. The mountaintops are not obscured. It's starting to look nice. I'm gonna put this away to try to get down here. Coming down the mountain's been great. It's cool. There's been a breeze. It's 12:57. It's almost 1 o'clock. So it's been exactly an hour since I was on top of Dragon's Tooth, which is I think what I calculated to get down to the road. Oh, there's some poison ivy. Poison ivy all through here. All I have to do is look at it to get it so I can see the road down there. We'll be at it soon. It'll be 1 o'clock. I just had a cereal bar. Definitely getting hungry. I will eat something maybe down here. I'd like to eat something where I can fill up again with water. So I may figure out where that is. I think this is probably one of the streams we're not to drink from. But it's been great hiking, just coming down, and I know we are saving it up for having to climb back up to get up to McAfee's Knob, and that is not going to be an easy hike. It's going to be several miles of up. So I will get back with you when I figure out about where to stop, or maybe if we're coming to this road, I'll turn it back on. All right, Pines Hostel and some trail magic over here. Be back.
I was kind of toying with the through hikes, and I've
Beautiful pasture, not a beautiful hill. I think the sign just said we've been 8.2 from Dragon's Tooth, and we're at the parking area right now. So we'll be crossing over and heading up towards McAfee's Knob. 9 to McAfee. A little bit of trail magic. Yeah, it doesn't sound very far, does it? Except it's all uphill.
Well.
Oh, yep, there's a porta potty. Just started raining. It was 4 o'clock when we were walking through that parking lot. It's 4:22 now. Okay, just left Catawba Mountain Shelter, and I've been hiking with 2 great guys who are doing suction hikes. Trudger, who is doing a long section hike. Let me turn this around. He's doing a long section hike, Trudger. He's going to be going on right on up through the Shenandoahs. And then Tim, his friend, who's hiking out to Daleville and leaving like I am. But they're being reasonable and they're hiking out to Daleville on Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm trying to hike out there tomorrow. It was absolutely pouring rain from when I showed you last all the way to the shelter. Some thunder and lightning, but the sun is out now. When we got to the shelter, it wasn't long before the rain subsided. Went to find a spring. I couldn't find it, but there was a creek, and I refilled my water bottles, filtered the water. So now I'm full, 2 liters again, and I don't know exactly what my plan is. We got there about 5 p.m. to the Catawba Mountain Shelter, and it's now 6:25. So I was there for a little over an hour, probably an hour and 10 minutes. It was a little after 5 when we got there. So it was good to rest. My legs are definitely hurting. Was getting some cramps, which happened to me last time after I was done hiking last year when I hiked at Reed's Gap. Anyway, I'm going to try with what remaining light I have to get as far as I can. And if that's just to the next shelter, I think it's Campbell something shelter, then I'll go there. That's right after McAfee's Knob. It's only 2.5 miles from here. But depending on what time I get up there, and it's going to be a tough climb up there to McAfee's Knob, but depending on what time I get there, I may try to keep pressing on and maybe even hike a little in the dark to get to Lambert's Meadow to give me an easier hike out tomorrow. Then I don't have to get up quite as early. Anyway, out for now. It's neat to come up on these boulders up here on McAfee's Knob. It's been slow going. It's 7:04, but I think I'm almost to the overlook. More later. It's 7:10. McAfee's Knob, one of the most iconic images on the Appalachian Trail, and I'm here. Have it all to myself, except for whatever creatures are making that loud noise. Sun is still relatively high, so that's good. I'm gonna head on down the trail after I walk out on the knob, and then I'm gonna head out of here. Head on the lens, so I don't know how clear all this is, but there is Tinker Cliffs, and it's a good long ways. I'm gonna have to walk down and down that ridge, up and down, all those little ups and downs, but gradually up, it looks like, all the way to Tinker's Cliffs. So, can I make it where the sun goes down? Probably not, but let's see how far we can get. So I'm hiking on. We'll be at the Campbell something shelter in a minute here, and then we'll head on down the trail. Big bear just ran up there. Hello, bear. Hello, bear. Hello, bear. Hello, bear. Go away, bear. Go away, bear. We don't want you. Go away. Go away, or I will taunt you a second time. All right, well, that will get your juices flowing when you're sort of zoning out and having some me time. So cool to see a bear. Scary, but cool. I couldn't tell how big it was. Maybe a medium size. I don't know. It didn't look as big as some. There are bears in the area. They had problems 2 years ago and had to close the shelter I'm going to, Lambert's Meadow, because of nuisance bear activity. And they installed bear boxes at all the shelters, and they haven't had any problems since then. So that's good news. Just means you got to put all of your smellables in the bear box. The bear can't get into them. So don't follow me, bear. The German accent is from, again, follow Bigfoot's videos near Apple Orchard Falls, which is not terribly far north from here, but for me, significantly far north from here. They had bear visitors in the night, or one bear at least, and the bear was trying to climb the tree, which was a small tree where they had their food bag hung. And apparently that was 2 years ago when they were having the problems here. So I think that was 2016. So that's interesting. But in any event, they had closed a number of campsites up around where they were camping. I think they went and camped just outside the closed area, where they awoke and found that they were in a closed area or something. I can't remember, but Bigfoot was hiking with two Germans, Pacemaker and White Walker. Bigfoot's got new videos coming out right now with the two of them. He's just gone to hike the Tour Mont Blanc with White Walker and Pacemaker. So awesome to see those guys again, and I haven't had a chance to watch all of Bigfoot's videos, but I can't wait to catch up on him and see his adventures with the Germans. Certainly something that I won't forget, his videos. So anyway, we're making good time. Whoever decided to put this trail on the fire road, this is a road that we've kind of been crossing back and forth from time to time, and had been following the power lines over there, but it looks like the power lines may have diverted off some. But whoever put the trail on this road is awesome, because it's like walking on soft sand and leaves, and we're just making good time. It is currently 7:55, so almost, there's some deer prints, almost, oh, and I'm hoping those are dog prints. Looks like it. So almost 8 o'clock. At home it's staying light until 9. We may, I mean, with the mountains, obviously the sun is going to go down behind them, but it's behind some clouds right now, but it's still relatively high. Sun could go down earlier, but maybe we'll have some light. My plan is to try to get to Tinker Cliffs today before I go to bed, even if that's in the dark. Do have to be careful though. If it's too dark, the trail goes right along some cliffs, so we'll check that out. All right, report back later, especially if I see another bear. All right, the trail just took me up this rock. Look at that view. I think that ridge is where I have to come down tomorrow. Got a ways to go yet. I think I'm hiking up to Tinker's Cliff. Up, up, up. Alright, it's about 8:30, 8:33. The sun is setting behind the mountain. So the hikers I just met through hiking had sheltered under a rock and from the rain. Now they're heading on to the shelter where I'm going. So they'll probably pass me here in a minute, but they were just getting going. I guess they've rested for a while, but I don't know how light it's going to be when I get to Tinker's Cliff. We'll see. Hoping for a bright moon or something. I don't know. See ya. Can be seen by the camera. But it's absolutely breathtaking. It's kind of half light, half dark. Lights are on in the valley and down in Roanoke. Way over there, McAfee Knob, where we were earlier. It is 9:28. Tinker's Cliffs. Hallelujah. Made it. Information because you're walking along the AT. You're right on the edge of the cliff. I don't know what you can see. I'm trying to use my iPhone flashlight because it's brighter than my headlamp. But I mean, that's a big drop off, and I'm not going near it. 30 feet, maybe more. I mean, those are tops of trees right there, down there. Alright, I'll find the closest expedient campsite and I'm gonna set up camp.